Okay, well, you read the title. You probably saw the thumbnail of a motor being sitting right there, and there being two wheels right there, maybe. And then you clicked on this and say, hey, you got other things to worry about before you put a motor on there. Well, I'm actually recording the video before this one, which is me painting the wheels right now. And I might as well dig into that while I'm waiting for the wheels. So I'm recording this video while making another video. If that confuses you, that's okay, because I'm just about always confused. Yeah, I ran into a little snag with the wheels. You saw that last video where there's a giant fist-sized hole in one of them. If you got baby fist, it's not that big, but it's still a rust hole in there. I patched that. It's over there drying now behind that little nice-looking truck. So I mentioned in the last video that I got a motor for $10. It is a 3 horsepower Briggs & Stratton attached to a lawn edger, which is basically a weed eater attached to some wheels, and you roll it around your lawn, and I guess it edges it. I don't know. That's a little wonder. Look at that. I bought it at the swap meet from a guy that said it ran good last time he ran. It was last year. I trust the man. I don't think he'd lie to me. We've bought stuff off from before. He's just an old dude who goes out there and just sets up just to talk to people. The motor's got great compression. The issue is, which is the mixture of, I don't even know if you call it gas anymore, that's sitting in that gas tank. It don't smell good. It don't smell like gas at all. So throughout the video, that thing's gonna like transform into having wheels all of a sudden. Don't let that confuse you, because it's from the other video. Honestly, I think I'm actually gonna just throw some lighter fluid. Yeah, listen to that. It's just explode the whole joint right here. Put some starter fluid down the carburetor and see if it'll fire up. So that's gonna be pretty neat. I bet it will fire up. I bet you absolutely nothing that it's gonna fire up. So yeah, let's do that. I might consider replacing this filter. So there's choke. See, it's choked. Fast, slow, then off. I don't know what off does. I see what it's doing, I just don't know what it's doing. There it goes. Cool. Okay, well, now that I see that it runs, we're going to try to take it off of this chassis or whatever. So I'm gonna have to drain this tank anyways. So I might as well take the carburetor off and look in that. Went in and took all the linkages off. Okay, so I broke this loose with just a rubber hammer. That's all it really needed. I took all the bolts out. And also, just by looking at this is just a choke. I should have known that. So that's just a choke. Somewhere in here is your, I'm assuming this is your throttle linkage, because there's your idle screw right there. But what this does, I have no idea. but I'm figuring that's your vroom vroom, that one, yeah. So I got the gas tank cleaned up, got the inside a little bit better. It was pretty rusty in there. I didn't show you because I forgot to record it. But I took some rocks from my gravel over there, put them in there, shook it around a bunch, and it did break a lot of it loose, but it is what it is. I'm not paying for a new gas tank. And so I went to try to find some gaskets for this because I ripped this one getting it off, and I don't know, hold on. I didn't know if this was right, but this was actually doubled up. So I could use that one, but that was the only usable one I had because I'd ripped the top one off too. So I could either get a whole gasket set for this motor, which I don't need, or I could get a carburetor and gaskets for the bottom and that one for like 17 bucks, which is the same set, which is the same price as the entire gasket set. There was also one that was also $17. That came with the gasket set for carburetor stuff, a new carburetor, a new spark plug, which I don't need, but a new spark plug and a new air filter, which I do need. But I'm not sure if the carburetor will work because it doesn't say which it'll fit, but it looks fine. I went ahead and ordered both of them, and I'm just going to return the one that I don't need because Amazon's sick and it's just free return, so I do that a lot. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to wash this motor up while I have it out. And then I might put it in that thing because I'm stuck until I get the gasket set. But there's no reason I can't attach that to that, so I might do that. Oh. That looks pretty cool. If you've watched my videos, you know I love patina. This is sick. Like that's the best looking part of this bike by far. And didn't even plan it. Look how good that white matches the wheels. It's super close. So, also made me a little note to remind myself, don't even try to fire this up right now. But yeah. So I am probably going to throw the gas tank on just to mock it up with how close, because I have a whole back bracket tree thing that goes right here. It's right there. It's going to be super close, the gas tank is, to that. That's kind of worrying me, but I'll figure it out. I'm also going to take this bit off to see if my clutch will work, because I think I ordered a clutch with a bore too big. But I'll figure it out and then return it if it did. So this piece is just sitting in there right now, and this is absolutely needed because belt's going to come off the clutch, which will go right there to that, which transfers to that, which goes to your sprocket or whatever that's supposed to be. And so gas tank obviously ain't gonna fit there. It's too big, which is a shame because I wanted to run that. I don't know, I like the color of it. Which means carburetor I had on the way isn't gonna fit because it's specifically for that tank. So returned both of the, or canceled both of those. So now I'm looking at different carburetors. That will fit right there. Try to point it out this way a little bit. Which means I'm gonna have to run an auxiliary tank somewhere. Right there, right there. Right there would probably be a decent spot. I don't know. Okay, so I think I found at least a half decent solution to carburetor and stuff. So ordered a new carburetor. I don't know why I went on this side. Ordered a new carburetor. I was having issues figuring out what to do with this. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this setup here is called. I don't even know what it does. But I know originally there's supposed to be a belt, which is over there, that went from here to that and then transferred to this, which went to the rear wheel, which is right here. I think this is going to take a 5/8 inch bore. I could probably do it with this, which is what came off. I just don't know how to use those stupid things. But I think it's going to take a 5/8 inch clutch. I hope so, because that's the only other size that I can find. Issue is they only make those in gear clutches instead of with a 3/4. You can find it in a pulley, which is what I need. You can actually find a pulley clutch that is the right size. It is just $80 on eBay, and I'm not paying that. So what I'm thinking about doing is ordering just that $20-something gear clutch. Flip this tire around, that way this is right here, and just running a chain from there to there and getting rid of that entirely. When I do that, I mean, that's my only other option other than spending $80 on a clutch. I don't want to do that. You probably don't want to do that. I don't think anyone wants to do that. So I think I'm going to go and use this gas tank. I'm going to make it work somehow. I ordered a petcock to drill in the bottom right there, because I think that little nub right there is, so that is the lowest point. And it's actually, you can access that right there. So I think that's so you're able to start it right there and then put a nut on the bottom right there. So that's going to work out pretty good. But I have to cover up more of the carburetor bolted in. I'm going to use this piece of stainless. That way I can make it shiny and pretty. So I use cardboard to, since this is kind of like, I want to try to cut it out like a piece like that. And this is going to work out pretty good too, because if this seals off too good, I can take this back off, pop a little hole right here, and put some sort of breather right there. So that's going to work out pretty decent too. Okay, so here's how the piece of metal is going to sit. I could shine this up, be happy with it. But I think I'm going to try the circle pattern you see on the old hot rods and stuff. I just watched a video. It's pretty simple to do, so I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it on the back first, just to see how it's going to do first. My Amazon stuff actually came in, and the adapter that comes with the carburetor is not going to work. Funny enough, the listing showed dimensions that would work, and I measured it again. I looked again, but that's fine. I am going to end up making a intake, just like a one with a slight curve to get away from the exhaust. It's just going to be 2 washers and some pipe. That's not going to be that hard. First of all, here's this intake that comes with it. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So pop some holes in it. It's a flat surface, and it actually lined up really good with the intake port. That'll work. So I went back in the scrap pile. Found this old ladder, which I think we used on a boat at one time. I don't remember where it's from. This is just 1-inch EMT. And cut me a piece out and try to weld it. We'll see. So. Now, How do I get a ground on that? Wire speed way down. That conduit's pretty thin. I don't have a bolt in right there, but that's the general idea. Okay, so intake's on, so is carburetor. And then throttle cable, went in and hooked it up. It's working. I ordered this thumb throttle, and turns out these are 1-inch handlebars, and I can't find anything to fit on that, so I'm not sure what to do about that right now. But I got the exhaust back on too. What else did I do? I put oil in it. That's a biggie. And there's not a clutch on it right now, so we're gonna see if this thing will fire up. But I don't have a gas tank rigged up quite yet, so I'm just gonna try to fill the bowl up. Okay, maybe that's up. There it goes. Okay. Cool. Okay. Didn't even have to turn it off. You know what? It's probably running out of gas. I forgot that part. One thing I forgot to mention is brakes were acting up. I think I mentioned that in this video. I don't remember. I've recorded 2 videos and I don't know how to. I'm gonna mix them up. But the brakes wouldn't. The cable acted like it was too long, so we welded this socket right here to get the right amount of travel. I actually had this all kinds of jacked up last time you saw it, but now it's right and it's working really good. So I got brakes and my mini bike's running. That's pretty neat. Also, see that truck's locked, but in the back of that blue thing right there, it's a Dodge. I don't know what Dodges are. And the back of that blue thing right there, Harbor Freight was running Predator 212 motors for sale for $100. Of course I got one. I got up there I got there right at 7 when they opened to pick one up, thinking that it was going to be a high demand item, and me and my dad was the only people in the store other than the workers. Anyways, got a 212 back there, which means I gotta build something to put it in. So the first mini bike video did really good on this channel, and I really enjoy working on this thing, even though it's kind of aggravating sometimes. But that's just anything you work on. I've really enjoyed working on this, and I've got a go-kart idea in my mind that I want to build. Like, not even, maybe you get a frame just for like the axle and stuff, but it's going to be from scratch. For people who care, look up what a cycle cart is. Like CYCLE and then cart after that. Those things are sick. You need to look that up real quick, because I went down the rabbit hole and I got a welder. Still need to figure out how to weld. You've seen that with this. I see no reason I can't build one of those, and I want to really bad because they're sick. So that'd be cool, kind of cool to do like a budget build on one of those. I also got a wheelbarrow. If you know what a wheelbarrow cart is, or like a wheelbarrow go-kart, they kind of use the wheelbarrow part as like a tub, and it kind of looks like a Model T, like T-bucket. Those things are sick. I've fell down the rabbit hole of these, and I really like working on these because I like my trucks. I'm not gonna stop working on these trucks, obviously, but these are a lot cheaper, and it's something about them I really like. Just about everything I do or have to do in this thing is 90% custom, like this intake right here. Let's see what that's pretty warm. I did a terrible job on this intake, but it's working, and that was pretty fun to build. Just little stuff like that. And this, like the brakes. I don't know. I got new shoes too. Yeah, you're going to see more of these on the channel. I don't know if I showed y'all, but I'm thinking somewhere like right here. Do something with this goofy looking bracket because I won't need it anymore. And maybe scoot it back a little bit. I also just realized I was telling you this video was ending, and here I am still talking, but that's okay. I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now, and this is the end of this video. Next video is probably gonna be another one of these. Okay, I think I'm done talking now, so thanks for watching.